नमस्ते, राम स्वरूप जोशी, lecturer mathematics, Swami Vivekanand Government Model School, Asint, present here with lesson second on chapter Applications of Derivatives. Today we are going to discuss increasing and decreasing function. First of all, we will discuss in general what is meaning of increasing and decreasing function, and then by use of derivatives how can we determine in any given interval whether a function is increasing, decreasing or constant function, or neither increasing nor decreasing. So first of all we must understand this by graph. First figure, this is a graph for function y equal to x square. First of all we discuss the nature of this graph first. Here if the value of x is 0, then y is also 0, because if you put x equal to 0, then fx is 0. If it is 0, then fx is 0. If you put 1 by 2 here value of x, then value of the function is square of 1 by 2, that is 1 by 4. Again if you put 1, then the value of function is 1. If you put 3 by 2, then it is 9 by 4. And if you put 2, the value of function is 4. For this part, positive side of x-axis, right to the origin. So what about the nature of x and function, value of function? This is 0, this is 1 by 2, this is 1, 3 by 2, 2, and further this type of values 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Now what about the value of function? This is 0, 1 by 4, 1, 9 by 4 and 4. So if the value of x is increasing, 0, 1 by 2, 1, 3 by 2, 2, continuously increasing, then the value of function is also increasing. It means y is increasing, just say height is increasing. As the x coordinate increases, the value of y coordinate also increases. For every pair of x1 and x2, say x1 and x2 are 2 values of x, and x1 is less than x2, say in this way 0, 1 by 2, 1, 3 by 2, 2 and so on. For this part, if value of x increases, then the value of function also increasing. It shows that this function is increasing in this part from 0 to infinite side. We can understand it if there are two values of x in the given interval of domain. Say there is a interval AB where and x1 and x2 lies in this interval, and the values of function at x1 and x2 are such that if x1 is less than x2, then value of function at x1 is less than x2 for every pair in the interval, then we say that function is increasing function. And if x1 is less than x2, and we find the reverse condition that fx1 is greater than fx2, it means the value of function decreases with increase in value of x, then we say that the function is decreasing. So we can understand it for second part. Now if we move towards left of the origin, we shall have the value is x is 0, it is minus 1 by 2, again 1 by 4. It is minus 1, then again value of function, that is x square is 1 by 1. For minus 3 by 2, it is 9 by 4. Minus 2, it is 4. The value of function is decreasing here because minus 2 is less than minus 3 by 2, minus 3 by 2 is less than 1, 1 is less than minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2 is less than 0. So this is the way in which the values are here. These are in descending order. 0 is greater than minus 1 by 2. So if we move towards this side of value of x, then we see that the value of function is decreasing in this way. This is decreasing value, this is increasing value, and this is decreasing value. We can say right here, this is increasing. Value of x increasing, then the value of function is decreasing. And for the previous condition in this part, both were increasing simultaneously. So if value of x increases, then value of function also increases. So in this condition, the values of x are minus 2 is less than minus 3 by 2, minus 3 by 2 is less than minus 1, minus 1 is less than 1 by 2, and similar. The values of function are 4 is greater than 9 by 4 and 9 by 4 is greater than 1. So here it is decreasing and the value of function is increasing. It means for a pair of two values of x, x1 is less than x2, the values of function are such that value of function at x1 is greater than x2. See here, this minus 2 is less than minus 1 or minus 1 is greater than minus 2. So here the value 9 by 4 is less than 4. Again minus 1 and 0 compare. Minus 1 is less than 0 and value of function here is 1 by 4 and it is 0. So 1 by 4 is greater than 0. So this is the meaning of increasing and decreasing function. We can understand by graph or by taking any two values in the interval, we can verify whether a function is increasing or decreasing. What about the condition when the value of function remains constant? This will be like this. There will be no change in the value of function and it is called constant function. What about the graphs of these functions? Just say it is first function, here it is increasing, here it is decreasing. Now I am telling you with slope of tangent. This function is neither increasing nor decreasing, it is a constant function. So by our discussion, we observed that this is a decreasing function. From this side, it is decreasing. And from here onward, it is increasing. This is increasing because with increase in value of x, the value of y also increases. Here, if we increase value of x, the value of y decreases. The height decreases. Now, if we draw a tangent here, at any point, say this is here, and it makes an angle theta with the positive side of x-axis, then tangent theta is positive. The value of tangent theta will be positive. So, the slope of tangent is determined by derivative of y with respect to x at any point. Then it will represent fc if it is taken at f dash c when it is taken at x equal to c. So slope of tangent is determined by finding derivative of any function or the curve at a certain point x equal to c. That gives the slope of tangent. So for increasing function, the slope of tangent is positive for increasing. And see here, say this is phi. The angle this tangent makes with x-axis is from negative direction. So the value of tangent will be negative in second quadrant, and hence the tangent slope of tangent will be negative for decreasing function. Thus, we can find derivative of a function, given function at a certain point, and if we take any point x and there the value of derivative is positive, then the function is increasing. And if the value of derivative is negative, then function is decreasing. If the value of derivative at certain point is 0 or in the interval it is 0, then the function is constant. So for an interval in given domain, if the value of derivative is positive or greater than 0, then function is called increasing. And if it is less than 0, then function is decreasing. It is equal to 0, then it is constant, because there the tangent will be parallel to x-axis. Now we come to solve some questions, and we will understand it further how we can determine whether a given function is increasing or decreasing in an interval. We solve some questions. I am taking first question number 1 from exercise 6.2. There is a function fx given by 3x plus 7. We have to show that this function is increasing for the real numbers domain. So first of all, we understand it by our general way. Say x1 is less than x2. What will be f x1? It will be 3x1 plus 7, and the value of fx2 will be 3x2 plus 7. If we compare these two, 7 is equal to 7, so 3x1 into 3x and 3x2. If we compare these two, we shall have the result that x1 is greater than x1 is less than x2. Then this value will be fx1 will be less than fx2. It means the function is increasing because this is smaller and this is greater. So it will be the relation between fx1 and x2 for each value x1 is less than x2. So one way is this. Now second way, by derivative method. First of all, find the derivative of this and then test the nature of the derivative. Here the given function is 3x plus 7 and f dash x, that is derivative of this, is 3, which is positive, greater than 0. So the function is for x belongs to R. If x belongs to R, then this will be greater than 0. So the function fx to 3x plus 7 is increasing function. So one way is to compare the two values of function fx1 and x2, taking x1 less than x2. If 3x1 plus 7 is less than 3x2 plus 7 for each value, then the function is increasing by our definition. And this is derivative method. We found derivative here, and derivative is 3, which is constant. It is always greater than 0. So this function is increasing. Now I am taking second question for solution. Show that function y equal to sin x is increasing in interval 0 to pi by 2. I am taking first part, 2a. Let us draw graph for sin x. We can understand it. This is the graph for sine function. This is 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, and 2 pi. Similarly, here it will be like this. So what about our question here? We have to take the interval 0 to pi by 2, this interval, pi by 2. If we see the graph, if the value of angle increases, x increases from 0 to pi by 2, the value of function sine also increases. We can understand it by taking some values. Say sine 0 is 0. This is x 0, which is not our part because we have to test it in this open interval 0 up. The value is greater than 0 and less than pi by 2. When x is pi by 6, sine pi by 6, that is 1 by 2. Again, if we take pi by 4, we are taking only standard values. One upon root. Again, if we take pi by 3, cube root of 3 upon 2. And pi by 2, then sine pi by 2 is 1. So these values, if value of x increases, the value of function also continuously increasing. Or if we draw a tangent at any point excluding 0 and pi by 2 in this interval, the tangent will be with positive slope. So function is increasing. It is our first impression. Now we proceed towards derivative method. The given function is y equal to sin x. So derivative of this function y fx is dy by dx equal to cos x. And the values of cos x pi by 2. So for cos 0, because cos 0 is 1 and cos pi by 2 is 0. It starts from 1 and ends at 0 for pi by 2. So value is always positive. This cos x pi by 2. Hence, or greater than 0 in this interval. So, sin x is increasing in 0 to pi by 2. Its second part, we can also show for second part that in interval pi by 2 to pi, this is a decreasing function. Second part of this question, question number 2b, so that the function y equal to sin x is decreasing in pi by 2 to pi. It is also again similar. The values of cos x, this is the derivative, and if pi by 2 is less than x is less than pi, then cos pi by 2 is less than cos x is less than cos pi by 2, sorry, pi, or greater than. If this is the condition, increasing, and if cos pi means positive or positive values, of cos x, and negative values of cos x, it will be decreasing. So these conditions, though two conditions may arise. So what is the condition prevailing here? Is this correct or is this correct? Which out of these two is correct? So let us take, we can understand it by graph also, and we can take values also. Say this is the graph of sine. Sin x. Up to 0 to pi by 2, it is increasing because the value of sine increases. And from pi by 2 to pi, the graph is decreasing. Its slope is negative here. It means dy by dx will be with negative sign. It is indication. We can check it also by derivative also. The value of cos x is cos pi by 2 is 0 and sin pi by 2 is 1. Now for derivative, we will take only derivative here, and cos of pi by 2 plus pi by 6, that is 7 pi by 6. Cos of pi by 2 plus theta, that is minus sin theta. This will be decreasing with minus sign, and again at cos pi it will be 0. So the value of cosine will decrease from 0 to minus 1 if the value of sine, and value of sine is also decreasing. So it will be negative in this part. Hence, the function will be, if this is the value of cos x, then cos x is increasing. Cos pi. This is 0 and this is -1, or all values will be between this. So the value of cos x pi, it means derivative less than 0. So the function is decreasing in interval pi by 2 to pi. So we can inspect the graph of sin x and we can have an initial idea that the function will be decreasing. Then the derivative cos x, the values of cos x are different in the here. The cos x graph will be like this. This we can see easily that this is the value of sin x, this is the graph for sin x, and this is the graph for cos x. The values are negative here up to this, and again up to this point this will be negative, values are negative. So cos x is negative for pi by 2 to pi interval. This is below the line x axis and it is negative. So the value is less than 0 of derivative and the function is decreasing here. Now we solve this question. We have to find the intervals in which this function is increasing and the interval in which it is decreasing. So first of all, find derivative of this with respect to x. Using the sum method. This function is sum of these 4 terms, so we will find the derivative of all 4 and then use the symbols between them. Derivative of this is 3 into 2, that is 6x square minus 6x, and of 36 is constant, so 36, and this its derivative will be 0, so I am leaving it. Put f dash x equal to 0. So 6x square minus 6x minus 36 equal to 0. 6 is common here, so we shall get 6x square minus x minus 6 equal to 0. Now we find solution of this. 6 into x square minus 3x plus 2x minus 6 equal to 0. Now taking common, x minus 3 plus 2 common here, x minus 3 equal to 0. Now factors are 6, x plus 2 and x minus 3. Taking x minus 3 common, we shall get here x and here plus 2. So these are the factors. 6 is not 0. So what will be 0? Either the x plus 2 is 0 or x minus 3 is 0. If or x minus 3 is 0. If x plus 2 is 0, then x equal to minus 2 and x minus 3 is 0, then x equal to 3. So these are the 2 points which divides the domain in subdomain, or we will have intervals divided by these 2 points. So the domain can be divided in 3 parts with these 2 numbers. I am explaining it. Say this is the number line. Here it is minus 2, that is 3, infinite plus minus infinite. This is minus 2 and this is 3. Now we discuss the values of x plus 2 and x minus 3 in these intervals. This first interval is minus infinite to minus 2. This is minus 2 to 3 and this is 3 to infinite. There are 2 factors. First is x plus 2 and second is x minus 3. What about the value, whether it is positive or negative in these 3 intervals? So what we have done here, we have divided the domain in 3 parts. Now I am taking this function first. X plus 2 is greater than 0, say, then x is greater than minus 2. This function is positive. Where it is positive? It is positive for x is greater than minus 2. So for the whole of this part ahead of minus 2, if the values are greater than minus 2, this will be positive. So x plus 2 is positive in this part and in this part, and will be negative in this part. If we take x plus 2 less than 0, it means negative, then x is less than minus 2, and at minus 2 it will be 0. So this is the nature of this factor x plus 2. It will be negative from minus infinite to minus 2 in this interval. At in minus 2 it will be 0. It will be 0. Again it will be positive. Now what about x minus 3? In similar discussion can be given for this. Say in which part it will be positive. I am taking x minus 3 greater than 0. Then x will be greater than minus 3. This minus 3 here becomes 3. So it will be positive here in this part. I am writing it in the line positive. And at 3 it will be 0. And for values less than 3 it will be negative. So x plus 2 will be negative in this interval, positive in this interval, and also positive in this interval. And x minus 3 is negative, negative and positive respectively in these 3 intervals. and x plus 2 will be 0 here, and x minus 3 will be 0 here. So this is all about the nature of these functions, sub-functions. Again, the product x minus 3. This will be positive because minus and minus multiplied gives positive number. If one is positive and second is negative, the symbol is negative, and this is positive. So our conclusion is this function, this derivative, the value of derivative is positive in this interval and also positive in this interval 3 to infinite and minus infinite to minus 2. The value of derivative f dash x is positive and it is negative for minus 2 to 3. So our definition, we arrived at a result that this function is increasing in this interval and decreasing in this minus 2 to 3 interval. So x equal to 2, minus 2 and 3 divides the domain in intervals minus infinite to minus 2, minus 2 to 3 and 3 to infinite here. And what about the symbols? We have discussed it. F dash x is greater than 0 in minus infinite to minus 2 and 3 to infinite intervals. In these intervals, also f dash x is less than 0 or negative in interval minus 2 to 3. So our answer will be fx is increasing in and decreasing three. That's answer. So we must first of all found when the derivative value of derivative is positive and when it is negative. If it is positive, the function is increasing in that particular interval, and if it is negative or less than 0, then the function is decreasing. Now we are taking question number 7 from exercise 6.2. There is a function y log of 1 plus x minus 2x upon 2 plus x, where x is greater than minus 1. We have to show that this function is increasing function. So let us start. Here the given function is this. We are using derivative method here. So first find derivative of this. Now first of all, derivative of logarithm function. It is 1 upon 1 plus x. Then again the derivative of 1 plus x. It will be 1 only. minus, we will use here quotient rule. Here in numerator we have do x and in denominator 2 plus x. So keep the first as it is. Into second function is denominator, derivative of 2 plus x minus, keep this, sorry, keep the second function as it is and derivative of first, 2x, derivative of 2x into 2 plus x minus, keep the first function as it is, that is 2x, and derivative of 2x upon square of this 2 plus x whole square. This will give us I am writing directly, keep the second as it is. So derivative of 2x is 2 into 2 plus x minus, keep the first as it is, 2x as it is, and then derivative of this 2 plus x is 1. Now proceed further, 1 upon 1 plus x minus 2 to the 4 plus 2x or minus 2x divided by 2 plus x whole square equal to, taking further solve it, 1 upon 1 plus x minus 2 cancels with 2x, so it is 4 upon 2 plus x whole square. Now if we simplify this, we will get, this is 2 plus x whole square minus 4 into 1 plus x. Now further solution, that is square of 2, that is 4, product of these 2 into 2, that is 4x, and square of this term, that is x square, minus 4 minus 4x divided by 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square equal to, 4 cancels with 4, 4 minus 4 is 0, and 4x minus 4x is 0. So we shall have only here x square upon 1 plus x to 2 plus x whole square. Again the derivative will be, after solution it will be 1 upon 1 plus x into, this is square and this is square, so I am writing it as x upon x 2 plus x whole square. Now that take this. This is perfect square. Whatever may be the value of x, whether it is positive or negative or whatever may be the value, or a value of x is greater than minus 1, this term will be always positive, because the square of any number is positive, whether it is negative or positive. Now what about this? When x is greater than 1, sorry, minus 1, if x is greater than minus 1, then this term will be positive. This is positive and this is positive. It means it will be always positive. So here what is the outcome? X upon 2 plus x whole square is positive. And 1 upon 1 plus x is positive for x greater than minus 1. So both are positive, so product will be positive. This will be a positive quantity. For greater x greater than minus 1. So derivative of x, y with respect to x is always greater than 0. Hence, the function or f dash x, if we call it fx, then the derivative is greater than 0. So, the function y is increasing. This is the answer.